So here's the point.
Oh, sorry.
You know the truth now about him.
Okay.
You now know the truth, and now he wants to revisit the same strip clubs that he was already visiting throughout your relationship. Does your situation now change with your husband?
Yes.
That's my fucking point. So if it doesn't matter, why would it? If it doesn't matter if he told you, right? Why would it change your relationship with what he's already been accustomed to doing with you?
Okay. I just want to backtrack and say that I've never said that the past doesn't matter. In the initial situation, I said that the conversation did need to happen. Like, she should have said whatever she said, but I understand why she didn't. She was trying to start a new life. But now that he knows, I think that there should be now a conversation so that they can move forward. I don't think that he should leave her. That's what I said. I didn't say that the past doesn't matter. I be wanting to know a person's past. I'll tell you that straight up. I be wanting to know shit. So I'ma ask shit. If shit don't come up in conversation, that's my fault because I didn't ask.
Like, she might feel uncomfortable with him going to the strip club without her because she's like,
Why? It shouldn't matter.
no, I didn't say it didn't matter. I said you shouldn't punish him. Like, what she's saying in terms of, you did that, you ate all them girls, whatever, right? It's gross. It's disgusting. But we've been together 2-3 years. I'm not gonna break up with you because of that.
Yeah, but you're gonna restrict them.
And look at it different,
Yeah.
right?
But that doesn't. But wait, you're gonna restrict him and force.
Or you're probably gonna
changing
feel
the
uncomfortable.
dynamic of your relationship because of
Maybe.
the truth that has now came to the surface. And once you change that dynamic of the relationship, you put the relationship at jeopardy anyways. Because he's gonna be like, I've been going to the strip clubs. It was never an issue. You find out the truth, and now I can't do something because it makes you
No,
upset.
so if you have the conversation and you get to a crossroad and it's like, look, this is something that's really important to me. I've been doing it. I've never done this since then. And I'm telling you, I'm not doing it. If you're at a crossroad, all right, then what are you going to do? You're going to let him keep going. But what I'm saying is you're not going to break up with them.
No, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. You're gonna cause a problem every time he wants to do it, right? And then what with that problem? Okay, so we're just gonna sit here and lie.
I'm not gonna
I think
hold
it
on.
depends on the relationship.
It does depend on the relationship, but I feel like now that
Oh.
she does know this information, I don't think that he's going to be that willing to
First of
go
all,
to
if
the
she's already
strip club
comfortable. Okay, if she's the type of woman,
anyway.
right? Think about this.
You
If
basically
she's-
told me that guys are meant to be hoes, right?
No,
And it's
if she's-
okay. You said that it's okay for a guy to be hoes.
I said that, Rico.
You guys have said it doesn't matter. Well, Amanda
Say that.
Amanda
I
said
said?
it doesn't matter if he does eat a bunch of strippers' pussies if that was before me, because you want to accept that. We have to accept you could be frivolous with your mouth.
No, I'm just saying I would question your judgment.
She was a little hoe back in the day, but it's all good.
She's good now.
No, she was a little loosey-goosey.
No, because sometimes women try to clean up well, or they do clean up well.
Really?
Like, honestly, that just threw me off because what are you talking about? Whatever she did back then was back then. You know who she is with you. So it does not matter. It does not matter. Like, for someone else to be coming to tell you that as if like, okay, yeah, this is what your wife was, as if this is what she'll always be. No.
So we're more so telling you the worst that we could be. And you're more so lying to us and telling us how good you could be. So we're telling each other different truths.
Right.
I'm preparing you for the worst. You're trying to prepare me for the best. The problem is, once you're at the bottom, there's only one way up. The problem is, when you're at the top, there's only one way down. And when you're not telling us the truth about that, now that doesn't, whatever bar you came in as, we have to now look down and see how far low you can go and how far low you have been. And look at this whole gap and realize this is missing information. So now I don't know who I'm providing for. I don't know who I bought this house for. I don't know who I procreated and raising a child with. I don't know how I'm putting in 60 hours a week for. And you expect me to be okay with it. That's the issue.
Do you think, like, if there wasn't such an environment of shame in terms of you because I don't know, you just spoke about the expectation of the Virgin Mary, right? Like how men expect the Virgin Mary, because women want to be what men want them to be. Especially when it's a man you want to be. I want to be the woman you want me to be, right? And so she'll present that. So do you think because of that expectation that creates a standard that women feel they have to be, and so they lie? And she's almost afraid, like, if I really tell this person about my past, they're gonna judge me. Like, for right now, they really like me. They like this version of me. Maybe I can keep up this version, and I've grown from who I used to be, so let me just try to be who I am now.
But you're not even battle tested on who you're trying
just
to be
saying.
right now. And that's the thing. So like you can be whoever you think you aspire to be. But when situations arise, you're going to be what you are at your core.
What if a situation ever arises?
I mean, that's a probability. Life is going life, I highly doubt it doesn't, but you will be
That's what people
tested.
think.
Temptation will always be there, right? And now some people will have greater temptation than others. But what I will say is this. If a woman was an open, honest, let's say she was an ex-hoe, if she was open and honest with her man, a man, you got to understand you built trust with him. Even though he might judge you, that man will trust you. Because I'm like, if you tell me like, yo, listen, back when I was 20 to 25, I was a thought. And we're 35 years old right now. But listen, this is what I was. This is what I'm working to be. And this is where I'm currently at. A man will look at you. He might be like, he might lie to himself and to his friends because he really wants to see what you can be, because he can trust the fact that you can tell him the things that he don't want to know. Most women are liars, right? This is a fact. Most women are liars. So when a woman can tell you truths that are uncomfortable and uncommon, it'll make a man trust him and give her a real shot. But when you lie,
So
even
maybe
if you omit, which is to us like lying, it's like, well, you just like the rest of them.
Y'all just talking and talking. And it's not that we're not listening to you. We hear you. We don't fucking agree with you. That's it. So don't say we're not listening. We're listening. Rico, what you're saying is that we're not going to agree. I can foresee this, but you're saying that situations can arise and a woman can fall back into her old ways, and that's just putting a stigma on a woman that to say that who she was at 19, 20, 21 years old is who she'll always be, and that's just not the truth.
Well,
it's
be a
not
part
the
of
truth.
her.
People grow, people change, and people live different lives. Who they are at 19, 20 years old is not who they are in their 30s or their 40s. They can completely change. They can completely have a whole different life. I don't know why you think that being in the strip clubs and being a hoe at 19 is who they resonate with at 42. Like, I don't understand that logic at all. If that's what y'all sticking with, y'all stick with that. I already said my piece and I'm not arguing about it no more.
Okay, so what I but wait. See, the problem that happens is that we get into a surface conversation. And when you start to actually look at the depths of your actions, that's why you are who you are, or that's why you did what you
You
did.
know what I mean?
I'm just saying in general, as a woman,
I'm like, that's
as
a
a
who
woman,
actions.
if you was a hoe, right? Or you was a hoe and then you tried to become a housewife. First of all, there's been proven theories you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, and that's why it is a cliche statement, right? But nonetheless, what you do is usually coming from a place of unhealed trauma. And now I have to expect that when you go through unhealed trauma as a woman, you are susceptible to do things of this extent. Now, I'm not saying you're going to always be a hoe, but you have a history of handling bad situations in your life negatively. And if you can't tell me that, I can't trust you when we go through a bad situation, because it will happen.
Are you not trusting her now that you know this information, or have you not trusted her the whole time that you guys were together?
No, you don't trust her because she didn't. Well, you don't trust her if she didn't tell you this information.
What if you?
If a girl said to a guy, peep game, I'm gonna break this down for you. If a girl said to a guy, listen, I used to be a hoe back in the day when I was in my younger 20s, right? We're together now. I want to build a future. This is who I am, blah, 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 the whole nine. And he decides to give her a chance, right? All right, cool. Let's say they end up getting married, right? Let's say she goes back into that same environment in which she had already displayed bad behavior in her younger, youthful days. He's going to be more at ease. You know why? Because I know she could tell me that, what she would do when she was in the situation. Now, let me give you the other flip side of the coin, the comparison. I never knew who you were. You hid it from me our entire relationship, and then we got married. And then after we got married, I found out the truth. Not even from you, from Bob, Joe, and Jack. And then you want to tell me you're going to go back to the same environment in which you displayed that bad behavior? I will never trust you. Ever. You don't even get an ounce of trust.
I think it's very unrealistic for you to think that any woman is going to come into a new relationship and said, I used to be a hoe. Because who she used to sleep with, who she slept with, not to say it's none of your business, but she can let you know that, like, oh, I dated this person, I dated this person, I dated this person. If she was just sleeping around just for the sake of sleeping around, who's coming into a new relationship and saying that? Is there a reason I should have to tell you this information? Because I would feel compelled to tell you if I know you about to be around these niggas, or you are connected to these niggas in any kind of way.
You wouldn't?
But if you're just some guy, why am I telling you that for? You're exactly. When I first met you, if I didn't feel compelled to tell you because I know you wasn't around these people and I didn't feel like you had no connection to them, so I didn't have to disclose that information, why would I tell you?